All right, you guys, there we go. Welcome to our Monday night call. This is Carla, and I'm super excited to be today's call with you guys because, as you know, we have officially launched our 8-week, and now we're launching our 6-week challenge. So what we thought, so last week you guys got to learn about how to boost up your immune system so you don't get sick through the holidays, and especially because a lot of people, once they start getting sick, they start, not working out, not taking care of their health, and there goes all the weight. So what we're gonna do today, I know that we were supposed to do the meal prep call, but we're gonna do that next week because this way all the 6-week challengers can be in the challenge, and we can go ahead and invite everybody for next Monday on how to meal prep live from somebody's kitchen. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the importance of a healthy breakfast and why it's so important for you guys to have protein immediately after a workout. So I'm going to go ahead and share a screen here with you guys really quick. Before I do that, actually, let me tell you my story. So before getting on the products, I was very, very overweight. I'm actually going to show you guys a picture. I don't think I've ever really shown you guys a picture of how big I was. Let me see if I can find it, first of all. So before I got on the products, I was very overweight. Not only that, but I was very, very constipated. I had a lot of migraine headaches, a lot of sinus infections, and a lot of allergies. And I was only 16 years old, by the way, okay? So what happened was, when I got on the products, I really only wanted to lose weight. I wasn't looking for any health things. I was only 16 years old. And lo and behold, what ended up happening was, the first thing I noticed, I was able to go to the restroom good, so that was a plus. Then I started noticing that I started breathing better, my allergies went away, and I started to feel a lot better. So what ended up happening was, I was like getting ready to quit from getting on the products because I was like, I'm not losing weight. And the person that got me on the product said to me, you didn't gain it overnight. What makes you think you're gonna lose it overnight? So I said, okay, fine. So I stayed on the products, and my second month, I was able to lose a total of 16 pounds. And the best part of that was that I was able to keep it off for a very, very long time. And then I went off to college. And as you know, a lot of people gain the freshman 15 or freshman 10, whatever it is. And, I got back from college, and my family was like, oh my God, what is this? And so I said, no, I promise I'm going to lose the weight. So I did. I was able to lose almost 20 pounds in 6 weeks. And then what happened was, after that, I kept the weight off for a really, really long time. And then the Herbalife 24 line came out. I'm going to show you. The Herbalife 24 line came out. And I said, I'm going to take these products. And there we go. This was me, that one, the black dress right there, all fat and chubby. Look at those love handles, you guys. I look like I was 50 years old. Okay, yes, that's me. Don't be laughing. Okay, and so what ended up happening was, I ended up getting on the products, losing the weight, looking great, feeling great, but then I ended up, getting back on the products for the 24 line and totally built a lot of muscle. So my intention for today's class, I'm only going to spend about 10 minutes sharing with the importance of protein and why you want to take the shakes immediately after the workout, and then I want to open it up to questions and answers, okay? So close the door behind you if you're alone. Oh, you're so sweet, Candy. Okay, hold on. Always looking out. Look at that, huh? There we go. What you guys should be doing is saying, why are you alone? I should have been there helping you with the workout. It's okay. All right, guys, so here we go. So let's talk about why the protein is so important. So here's the deal. The moment you wake up, so I'm going to share something with you guys that I want you guys to make sure you tell your clients, or if you're a client on the phone listening, I want you to make sure you understand this, okay? And this is this. You want to ask yourself, or you want to ask your clients, what time do you wake up? Okay, and most of the time, people will say, like, let's say 6 a.m. And what do they eat? And they sometimes say nothing or a cup of coffee. Then we ask them, when's your first time? What do you have as a snack? Well, I'll get to work and I'll have a little something. Okay, and a little something is never hardly healthy. Then we ask them, what time do you have lunch? And this is normally about 12 or 1 p.m. And then here they eat food. Okay, so let's say they eat healthy. They take a snack. Well, they go to the vending machine. They might have I don't know, some chips or something like that, okay? Or a chocolate. All right? Then they go to dinner, they go home and they have some dinner. And then what do you have for dinner? And they're like, well, whatever my mom made or whatever my wife made, okay? And most of the time, let's just say it's really, really healthy. Let's say they have salmon and some veggies, okay? Then they go to, this is right around, let's say they go 7 o'clock. And then they say, but I never eat anything past 7. And you're like, okay, all right? And then when you're looking at their Tanita sheet, their metabolism is like a 50-year-old. By the way, the machine only goes to 50. So you're wondering, like, why is my metabolism so slow? And then they say this to me, if I never eat, okay? And I'm like, well, that's the problem. So this is what you want to do. If you're a coach here on the phone, you want to make sure you know this. If you're a client on the phone, you want to make sure you know this. Look what happens from 7 p.m. till 12, let's say 12 p.m., you had nothing. So your metabolism was on 0. You had nothing to eat. So if you count this, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that is 17 hours with your stomach empty. So if you ever wonder why your metabolism is so slow, it's because for 17 hours, your stomach was on empty. Your metabolism was not working. You were not giving your body anything. This is why, you guys, it is so imperative that the moment you wake up, you make sure you guys really need to make sure you tell your clients this. Within 45 minutes, okay, you want to make sure you have a shake. Now, here's what ends up happening. A lot of people, what I've been hearing and I've even been seeing is that people will be like, oh, it's 11 o'clock and all they've had is their tea and their aloe and they've had like no shake, nothing to eat. So what ended up happening was your entire morning, your metabolism is on 0. And you guys have to get, your body's doing one of two things at all times. You're either storing fat or you're burning fat. So if you wake up and the first thing you do is you give your body something to ignite your metabolism is going to get going. And there's nothing more important, there's nothing that will do that more than having some protein. So the moment you wake up, you want to have some protein, your metabolism is kicking, and as your metabolism is kicking, then you can have some tea, or if you have your tea first thing in the morning, you've got to have your shake immediately after. It is really important because I've heard some people around the facility say like, I had my tea, and they're like, oh, I haven't had my shake yet. And it's like 9:30 a.m. past the workout, 10:30 a.m., and they're just barely having their first shake. So if you would have had your shake in the morning, you would have had all those hours with your metabolism burning. So you guys, it's super important that the moment a client wakes up, the first thing that they have is they have their shake. So I'll give you a really quick testimonial. Somebody this morning, one of my clients, I looked at him straight in the eye. I said, if you do what I say, I promise you're going to get amazing results. He has lost 7 pounds in his first week. Now, granted, he's a big, tall guy and has a lot of weight to lose, but 7 pounds. Why? Because the moment he woke up, I told him, let's call him Bob. I said, Bob, the moment you wake up, have your shake immediately, and then have your total control with your shake. So you guys, trust me, you do that is going to make a big, big difference, okay? That's the first thing. The second thing you want to know is why protein is so important is because immediately after your workout, you want to make sure you have a protein supplement into your body. Now, why in liquid form? Some people will say, I'm going to go home and have some chicken or have some food, and that's fine. But number one, by the time you drive home, it's been like 30 minutes. By the time you prep it, it's another like 20, 30 minutes. So there you have an hour or so until you start eating it. By the time your body digests it, it's about an hour 15, an hour 30. Don't believe me, research it. You want to have protein in your body absorbed within 30 to 45 minutes. The faster you consume protein immediately after the workout, the more benefit you're going to have because, number one, your metabolism is already active. You give it protein immediately after, your metabolism is going to continue to stay active to burn more calories throughout the day. If you don't do that, your body's gonna say, okay, I just got beat up. My metabolism is going. I am on empty. Slow everything down. And it's actually gonna need to replenish. So it's gonna start to eat your muscle. This is why a lot of people that go to the gym, and I think it's great that they're working out, but if they don't do their meal part correctly, they don't supplement with protein immediately after their workout, they look the same 3, 4, 5, 6 years later. And a lot of us know those people that have worked out and they never look different. And the reason is because they're starving their body. So the more you think like, I want to lose weight, I'm going to stop eating, the less weight you're going to lose. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't be going eating Taco Bell and Pizza Talk or pizza or whatever, thinking, oh, Carla said to eat. You got to make sure you eat the right amount of food. So when I looked like that I showed you the picture, 90% of that, not even 80, 90% of that was my diet. So I'll tell you exactly what I would do if you guys want to know. I would wake up, and the first thing I would do, I would work out at 5:30 in the morning. I was like crazy maniac. I never needed to wake up that early, but I still did. So I would wake up immediately. When I would wake up, I would have 2 scoops of my Formula One only. I would shake it up of my Formula One Sport because it tastes so good. I would shake it up and I would just drink it. No protein, just the shake, okay? Only because it was 5:30 in the morning. So I was like not even wanting, I would force myself to eat that, drink that. I would immediately, on my way to the gym. Now, back then, we didn't have CR7. I would take Prepare and a lift off. I was fueling my body with that as I was working out. I would first lift weights. I would lift the weights, which is why we do a lot of weightlifting here at the facility. And we incorporate the cardio to make sure you also burn some fat. But I would lift weights first. And then the last 5-10 minutes, I would do a cardio blast just on the treadmill or here, how we do the fast feet, because it makes your metabolism go. Immediately after the workout, I would have the rebuild shake with 2 scoops with 1 scoop of the Formula One. Why? Because I was training hard. I was starving after every workout, and I didn't want to go home and make myself something to eat. That's really the honest truth. So when I would do the rebuild by itself, I would immediately get hungry. So I would do 2 scoops of the rebuild, 1 scoop of the Formula One, and 1 scoop of the Prolesa. I would take, it's making my mouth water. I would take that immediately after the workout, and then I would go home, I would take a shower, I would get ready, and about 2 hours later, not even now, maybe an hour and a half later, I was already meal prepping something. I wasn't married at the time, so I was home by myself all the time. So I was very boring. All I ever ate was eggs, chicken, tilapia, and once a week I would have steak. So I would have some eggs, some vegetables, and then like a snack. And then for lunch, I would have 4 ounces of chicken, 1/3 cup of brown rice, and vegetables. And I would have salsa of some sort to make it sassy. It was either chicken or tilapia. Then 3 hours later, I would have another snack, typically with some eggs again. And then I would have a shake for dinner. And sometimes I was out late with my girlfriend because I was single at the time. And instead of going to Jack in the Box for sourdough and curly fries like everybody else had, right? Because that's what you do when you're drinking. I would only drink vodka soda, 1 drink a night. That's all I would have. And I would just keep putting more soda water so my friends thought I was drinking. I felt cool. And instead of eating the Jack in the Box curly fries and sourdough, we would come back to my house and we would have an omelet. And I had an omelet pretty much almost every single night because I was going out almost every single night. This is when I was single, okay? So anyway, now I'm not single, I'm married, but I sometimes stay up really, really late. I'll have some egg whites and some salsa. So egg whites are your best friend. So that's what I would have every single day. And very simple, very effective. I felt amazing. I was going to the restroom like crazy. But the most important thing, you guys, is that I was like seriously toning up and like my muscles were popping out. So if you want to lose weight, stop starving yourself, okay? Make sure you eat enough protein, you hit those protein numbers, but also watch the carbs, okay? The only carbohydrates personally that I had back then when I was really, really strict with myself was, sometimes I would have, after my shake, instead of some eggs, I would have eggs and a little bit of oatmeal. When I mean a little bit, I mean a quarter cup of dry oatmeal, which would make a half a cup of oatmeal with no sugar and some egg whites. So that's what I would have as my snack. And it's like my favorite thing to have, by the way. But anyway, that's what I would have. And then last but not least, a gallon of water every single day. So I just want to say, you guys, like, it's dedication, yes, but nothing worth having comes easy, okay? Nothing. I was telling this lady, but I'm not going to say it's being recorded. So nothing worth having is easy. So here's what you want to do. The moral of the story is here, two things. Number one, drink your shake the moment you wake up. I promise you, you're going to see a difference. And number two, make sure you have that post-recovery rebuild shake immediately after your workout to replenish your muscles and make sure that your workout is worth it. Now, a lot of us sometimes get caught up driving home or whatever. Bring your rebuild in a Ziploc bag. Grab some water with some ice. Pour it in there, shake it up, and drink it on your way home. So by the time you get home, because a lot of times what happens, maybe I'm the only one that this would happen to, is that you work out. If you don't have a shake, you go home, and your family has something to eat, and you're like, okay, well, I deserve it. And then you end up eating whatever the family has instead of having your post-recovery shake. So just a little couple of tips that you want to make sure. I've been talking to a couple of people here. I've been very nosy at the facility. I'm like, who's your coach? How are you doing on your meal plan? What do you do the first thing in the morning? And I'm hearing a lot of people say that they're not having their shake until like 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, no. You want to make sure you have it the moment you wake up. Okay, so boom, I said I was only going to speak for 15 minutes. There it is. So I want to make sure I open this up to questions. If anybody has any questions about anything, okay, unmute yourself or type it in the chat so that I can make sure we answer your questions. Does anybody have any questions about anything? No, you guys are all so quiet. Okay. Hi, Jackie. Okay, we guys having a little conversation amongst yourselves. Okay, nobody has any questions. All right. Okay, so, all right, you guys. So here's what I'm going to do, okay? The first thing you want to do if you're a new challenger at the facility, number one, get together with your coach. Make sure you get together and they put together a meal plan for you so that you are not skipping meals. You're making sure you're getting results. You're keeping your muscle. Today, Joanne and Frank are on the phone. Yes. So Joanne and Frank, one of your clients was here, and I was being nosy, and I'm like, what products do you have, and how do you taking them? And I was like, this is what you want to do. And here's the thing, you guys. You want to make sure you encourage people to go for the money. So if you're a challenger, go for the money. Make sure you take that money. This girl today's like, I didn't know there was money. I'm like, yes, there's money involved. You can win money. So make sure we tell them because it makes it a little more exciting. And for all of you coaches on the phone, let's all get awesome, awesome, awesome winter results. I dare all of us to walk into the new year a whole new you. I dare all of us on the line, if you're listening to a recording, to not be, like, let's not have New Year resolutions, okay? Let's be living them as of today. So, oh, my eyelashes look so pretty, you guys. Look at it. It was so worth it, the eyelash thing. Anyway, you guys. So with that said, boom, on the dot. So I know we have a call right now with all the ladies to plan out our, what are we having? Our women's date, what's it called? Not Date in the City, Sex in the City Friday night. So we're going to stay on here, but I'm going to end this